Ford Traffic Center.
Expect delays on the Taconic northbound in Putnam Valley. The DOT reports a tree blocking the left lane north of Peekskill Hollow Road. Roadwork on the Taconic southbound in East Fishkill has closed the left shoulder from Route 52 to I-84 until 4 o'clock. Bridge maintenance on Route 28 in Kingston means right lane and shoulder closures both ways from Route 32 to Sawkill Road until 5:30. Roadwork on Route 55 westbound in Poughkeepsie means lane closures from Burnett Boulevard to Taft Avenue until 3. Anticipate delays on Route 6 in Mahopac. There's an accident right before Baldwin Lane. However, it's not blocking any lanes. Roadwork on the Quickway westbound between exits 122 and 121W will close the lane and shoulders on and off until 2:30. Maintenance has closed the throughways northbound right lane 4 miles south of exit 18 until 3:15. Newark has minor gate hold and taxi delays. The other airports are looking good. Bridges and Metro North look fine too. That's your WPDH traffic report brought to you by Friendly Ford. Friendly prices, friendly service, Friendly Ford.
All right, baby, 7:51. And joining us in the studio, Hall of Fame comic book artist Mark McKenna. He is here and taking your phone calls at 471 WPDH. Now, Mark, what is the thing that most people don't realize about being a comic book artist? Like what is something that maybe the rest of us think that just isn't real or isn't true?
That we're all nerds. I'm not sure. We start out really because comic book artists probably start out because they were readers, And when I was a high school senior, the guidance counselor pulled me in the room and he said, "What do you want to do with the rest of life?" And I said, "Can I do 13th and 14th grade first?" Yeah. And I said the only thing I really knew was comic books and movies. And he says, "Well, you want to go to like a film school?" I said, "Well, I was kind of like film would be cool." He goes, "Why don't we put you in an animation school?" So I said, that would be cool, kind of comics and film together.
Have you done any film animation?
Yes. My thesis film in School of Visual Arts was supposed to be a 700-page, minute-and-a-half piece called Joey's Dream, where actually I was going to animate my cousin sleeping in a bed and having a dream of a giant devil coming up behind him and then him coming out of his dream to fight the guy. And about 200 drawings in, I started to lose my mind.
So you had to draw each frame, because what is this, 24 frames per second, right?
770 drawings for 1 minute of animation, of 2D animation back then, Before, this is all, again, 1980s, so it was before the computer.
And how long was the film?
It was going to be, it never got to film, but it was going to be about a minute and a half. I did animate the little bit that I did, And
you know what? I love like when you watch the old animations of, the old Looney Tunes,
Coco
or stuff
the
like
Clown,
that. Or like in Roger Rabbit, where they sneak stuff in.
Yes, yeah.
And that was a common thing with animators back then.
They snuck stuff in.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I don't remember specifics. I do remember that they did stuff. They almost became like an adult thing, more than for kids.
Hi, Paul. How you doing?
Yeah. Good morning, Coop and Robyn.
Good morning.
I have a question for Mark. You seem to know a lot about the comic book industry. I was going through my college yearbook, and I found a first edition copy from the famous underground comic artist R. Crumb. It's called Mr. Natural.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one.
Well, I actually was shocked when I was looking through it. Now 40 years later, it's kind of pornographic. But anyways, my question is...
kind of.
Is it kind of pornographic?
Well, Crumb, it was underground, and underground could go anywhere.
I've seen. I saw a special on R. Crumb, pornographic and not very politically correct, and very racist.
Yeah.
Very
There's no
racist.
Comic approval code on any of that stuff back then. Yeah.
Well, my question is, I don't really want the thing, but there might be collectors that might want to buy it. How do I go about actually selling something like this?
What kind of quality is in it? Is it well read?
It's in perfect shape.
Oh my goodness!
I just put it in the yearbook. And
he's making a face like you got something that might be worth some money, bro.
Is there a number on it?
Number 1.
Are we talking a lot of money here?
I don't really know, but to me that feels like it's the gold,
It's like a grail sort of car.
Yeah,
is this guy a collector? Is this guy like somebody that a lot of people collect?
Robert Crumb. He's so well known in the field, but as an underground guy, he's a brilliant guy.
You know his stuff, even if you don't know his stuff, Coop. You know his stuff.
Keep on trucking.
Keep on trucking, guy. You know his stuff.
Paul, what I would suggest, and be careful with this, is you can bring it to a comic shop to appraise it, but don't keep in mind that they give you a number on it. It's going to be half of what they're going to offer you half of that because they then have to turn around and sell it themselves.
Okay.
But the first thing I would try to do is keep the air off of it. You know what I mean? Try to get it sealed. Put it in a Mylar bag with an acid-free backing board. Uh-huh. You get those at the comic shops. I understand there's one around here called Dragon's Den.
Yep.
Oh, Dragon's Den. We love those guys.
Oh, yeah, Dragon's Den.
I met those guys at I was at a show this weekend on Sunday called Rock Con in Poughkeepsie. It was a one-day show, and I met the kids that run the comic book part of it. But bring that book in there. What I would do also is go to eBay and punch in Mr. Natural #1 and Robert Crumb and see what you come up with. I really think and does it have a date on the inside, on the indicia, which is on the inside cover?
Yes, it does.
What year is that?
Without pulling it out, I couldn't tell you. But
Okay.
It's like in the early
60s?
70s.
Okay. Yeah, if it's in the quality I'm thinking it is, and I think it's going to be a good book. I don't know. I can't say if it's going to be hundreds or thousands or 50. Maybe I'm wrong. It also matters what printing it is of the book. Is it a first printing or is it a second printing, third printing? Everybody wants first printing, of course.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Thanks for your advice. I will go to the...
Hey, Paul, let us know what happens with that, would you?
Yeah.
Robyn wants this. I know it. I know she does.
I want to know how much you make off of it. Yeah, I want you to become rich off of this. Really,
I want
do.
to read a story about you on Huffington Post.
Okay. All right. Thanks a lot.
Good luck to you, brother.
Thank you.
All right. Good luck. Bye.
That's really cool. Now, how about stuff like American Splendor, the Harvey P. Car stuff and things like that?
It depends. I'm familiar with that, but not not really.
Because he shows up on Letterman all the time.
He's a crazy dude.
Yeah, he's a whack job.
Yeah. I just saw something on as the weekend show. Somebody found an Alex Raymond piece, Jungle Jim. It was an original Sunday strip from the 50s, and the guy got it for $1 or 50 cents at a garage sale, and that thing is worth $2,000 just as is, and possibly with restoration as much as $10,000 or $15,000.
Oh my! And so, how much would it cost to restore it?
I think hundreds. It's
so
worth it.
They can invest a couple $100 and make a $2,000 thing worth $10,000.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah, it's a good.
Robin's all over. Even Robin would spend that money.
Well, what is that supposed to mean? Even Robin would spend that money. It's not my fault that I'm a poor person. It's not like I'm a cheap person. I'm a poor person.
I understand that.
I don't know about these. There's a lot of these Mr. Naturals up on eBay, by the way. I'm seeing between.
What are they going for?
Some are 100, some are 30, some are 60. All of them, a lot of them are Mr. Natural #1, Mr. Natural #1. So there are a few, but they're ranging in price.
Some also might be reprints of the original too.
Yeah, so he's going to have to. But there's one for 120. So I don't know.
Yeah, you definitely want to go down and check that. Check out Dragon's Den with that, Paul. That's very cool. Hi, Lauren. How you doing, sweetheart?
Hey, good morning, guys.
You're on the air with Mark McKenna. What's up?
I was interested in knowing if he has any. Good morning, by the way. If you have any insight about the movie, the comic book to movie transition, what do you think is going to be the next big franchise that's going to pop out of the pages and get onto the big screen? And also, too, there was one other thing about. I don't know if you're into the way they transferred the Avengers from the comics out to the movies, but now that they were discussing how the big problem would be trying to make the movie meet up with the needs of the comic, because the new villain for the Avengers is supposed to be way more powerful than what the Avengers are supposed to handle. So, I mean, you're having this transition from comic book to movie, and what's your insight on all that?
First of all, listen to you.
You are comic book nerd's wet dream.
Yeah, I'm proud that you called in.
I am a superhero geek. I love all that kind of stuff, and I mean, I'm an expert on the X-Men, and
wow.
I'm in my early 40s, and I love that stuff.
Hey, Lauren, I've been doing comic book shows for 27 years now, and when I see women at shows, they're usually hiding behind their boyfriend.
Or they're Princess Leia.
Oh, they're Princess Leia. Yeah, one or the other. But I'm usually when I meet somebody, usually they're yawning. of the female persuasion. But in the case of comics right now, comics is basically small potatoes next to the films.
Is there a franchise out there that you think is like on the cusp of being the next thing that comes out?
DC's trying desperately to do what Marvel did, because Marvel did it so well with the Avengers and doing the individual characters and then blending them together.
Yeah.
And was what I really thought was the best superhero movie ever.
When's the Super Friends movie going to come out?
Probably never, but
Well, you also have the Justice League, but I
Yes.
don't know how well that's going to translate either.
right. Well, they're still trying to put those pieces together, and I mean,
Isn't there a new Star Wars guy, not a new Superman? coming out?
yeah, with the British actor. I can't think of his name, but
I just want to say thank you, but keep talking because I'm going to lose you. I'm on the Palisades Parkway.
All right.
Thank you.
All right, take it easy, sweetheart.
I can hear you on the radio.
Stay geeky. Because there are guys out there who are just loving you right
Did
now.
you just say stay geeky?
Stay geeky, yes.
I like that.
All right, 8:01. We're going to be back in a couple moments. Hang around.